These guys are ridiculous. These guys are ridiculous.
Now, how about them damn Celtics?
Let's talk about Marcus Smart. More positive note. He's been absolutely incredible this season. Like I said, I wrote an article about it for Celtics blog. Sam mentioned he wrote an article as well for Hardwood Houdini that you said is not out yet, but it's coming out. He's been one of the best point guards in the NBA, bar none. Like you look at point guards, there are currently 3 point guards. I probably regurgitated this stat a bunch of times. 3 point guards in the NBA averaging 7+ assists and less than 2 turnovers. They are Chris Paul, Mike Conley, Marcus Smart. Those are your point guards. Chris Paul, a point guard who's widely regarded as one of the best in NBA history. Mike Conley, a one-time All-Star who's been a consistent face on playoff team after playoff team after playoff team in the Western Conference.
He deserves better than one All-Star appearance.
He does.
Conley,
And then
throughout his career, solid, like you said.
100%. And then there's Marcus Smart, who Celtics fans themselves continue to say isn't a point guard when he's putting up just incredible
numbers. Not the
numbers.
smart ones.
No.
Not the smart ones.
No,
I'll tell you what. Last night, first thing I did was send a picture to my friend who's a dummy. He doesn't think Marcus Smart is very good.
Still?
Yeah, he still doesn't. Still tells
Crazy.
me that.
Crazy. To me,
he's like, there's a reason like the fan base is split. And I'm like, yeah, all the dummies think the same way you do. It's the people that don't watch. But it's funny because he actually most of the time will know what he's talking about. But Smart, fantastic Monday night against Oklahoma City. One of the best games of his career, maybe.
We've been saying that time and time again this season. We've said that like 4 different times this season.
Which is good.
We said that. No, yeah, it's great. It's great. I mean, the Pistons game, he was great. You look back to the Grizzlies game was great. Against the Thunder. The Knicks game, yeah. Against the Thunder. Wait, what? Oh, sorry. I saw 10 points. That's because I was looking at the fourth quarter alone.
Yeah, fourth quarter, 10 points, 4 of 4 from the field, 4 assists, totaled 19 created points in that quarter of the 37.
Phenomenal. Just, I mean, throughout the game, even 22, 5, 8, and a block. He did have 3 turnovers. That's his worst turnover game in a long time. Like, he's been phenomenal. And for all those out there who say he shoots too much, 8 of 12 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3. There's your Marcus Smart.
Should have been 2 of 3, but he stepped on the line in the fourth. Yeah. So it would have been 2 of 3. So Marcus Smart is good. There you go. He's just been so consistent. And like you say, Jack, he's not chucking. He's not doing that. Even the 4 shots he took in the fourth quarter, 2 of them would have been threes if his foot wasn't on the line. But he's getting inside. He's using his body. He got himself to the line as well. He's a great player out of the post. And they've actually used him that way 100%. So far this season. You saw it yesterday. You saw him post up and hit a fadeaway. You saw him drive with pretty much the game on the line, hit Gilgeous-Alexander with a spin, and finish with that left hand that he calls a bucket. He made a couple shots with the left yesterday.
He's correct.
He did everything. He's done everything. I don't know how you can still be upset with him. I'm happy to see that he found his footing. He did have a slow start to the season. You can't deny it. He was not very good through the first 6 games. He shot like 32% from the field, 22% from deep. The assist numbers were below what they are now for sure. It was like 5.8, I want to say. And the turnovers were up a bit. Yeah. Since November has come around, he's up to 12 points, almost 13, almost 8 assists per game. The shooting splits are both up. He's shooting 48% from the field now and 36% from 3 for the month, not total. And the turnovers continue to be low. He doesn't turn the ball over a lot. For a guy that people love to say is careless, he has never been a big turnover guy. Last season, we were always hearing about the assist-to-turnover ratio for Smart. He's 10th in the NBA in assists per game. This is a guy that people are saying can't be a starting point guard on a championship team? Really?
He just was. Almost.
He should have been. If they could close a game, he would have been. I mean, he's going to get his number retired someday. These people are going to be beside themselves.
Seething.
He should be the captain of this team, and they don't do captains for whatever reason. The Celtics don't do captains anymore.
He's the glorified captain.
This is what I wrote about. The spoiler, well, it's not really. It'll be out by the time the article's out. You know, it'll come out tomorrow morning. He should be the captain of this team. The team hasn't had a captain since Rondo was traded in Smart's rookie year. He's done everything to earn that role. He's always been a good leader for the most part. He's always been outspoken. Last season, famous, infamous, whatever you want to call it, called everybody out at the beginning of the season. It took a while, but the team got their shit together and they made a finals run because the ball started to move more, because he got a bigger role in the offense distributing the ball and he wasn't just sitting in the corner being asked to shoot when people, all they do is complain about him shooting. Of course, he shouldn't be doing that. He should be distributing, which he's doing when he's at his best.
At a high level.
At a high level. Joe Mazzulla yesterday said, what did he say exactly? You know what I'm going to say. It's like the team thrives from his leadership and follows suit, or whatever he said after the game about Smart, just saying how he is a leader. And as much as Pritchard impacted that game yesterday, and he did, he played excellent, gave everything he had off the bench. Before Pritchard got it together there, Smart was out there busting his ass too. He had a couple big plays in that third quarter where the team still couldn't get any momentum. He had a nice and one. He was driving hard, really trying to get the team back in the game and bring some energy. And thank goodness Pritchard came in and kind of followed suit, because that team was dead in the water. And thankfully he got the opportunity to close it out. Magnificent fourth quarter after meeting up with Mr. Fourth Quarter himself, Isaiah Thomas, earlier in the week.
There you go.
But very happy to see him playing well, because it might be my favorite player ever, which is saying a lot, but
it's up there. Me too. 100%.
Yeah. I mean, the guy rules. He deserves a title so he can get his number retired here. He's been here for this is his 9th season with the Celtics.
Yeah.
I don't think he's leaving anytime soon. Doesn't seem like it. So, I mean,
No,
the guy's dyeing his hair green.
Just got extended last offseason.
Yeah.
Celtics now, excuse me.
By the way, how does that contract look? People are talking about paying Grant that much money. So
there you go.
There you go.
Him and Rob got great contracts. Shout out Brad Stevens.
Yeah.
Celtics 7-game win streak right now. Marcus Smart over that 7-game win streak. Excuse me. 31 minutes a game. I'm rounding. 12 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists, 1.6 turnovers, while shooting 49% from the field and 39% from 3. Incredible. That's exactly what you want from Smart. Taking 10 shots a game. Only 4.4 of them are threes, and he's shooting 39% on those threes. That it's not going to stay that way for the season. Like, he's not going to shoot 39% for the season, but he has been absolutely incredible. He deserves his flowers. He's been amazing, and I mean, there's not enough good things you can say about his on-court leadership. His defense is still there, the hustle, the big-time plays. He's one of the best post-up guards in the NBA. Scal always says on the broadcast, deserves a ton of credit. The entire team very clearly respects him. Joe Mazzulla trusts him to run the team. Shout out Marcus Smart. I will never understand why people continue to hate on him.
Also, he's like a great guy. It's not like he's like a scumbag, right? Like he might be one of the nicest guys. It seems like that has been around the team. He always makes sure he's getting pictures with fans, whoever wants him to sign something. I've seen him go up into the stands before a game and sign things and take pictures with people. He walks up into the loge. I've seen him
donated a games cart to that hospital in Milwaukee over the summer for Drew Holiday and his wife.
He does his charities. I mean, all these guys have charities, but I don't know. I always see his stuff. I always see it. Maybe he's just got a great press team. Who knows?
Regardless, all-time great guy, Marcus Smart. And another stat I have that I wrote in my article of assist combinations in the NBA, 2 of the top 6 are Marcus Smart to Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Halliburton to Buddy Hield leads the league. He's thrown 36 assists to Hield. Conley has thrown 33 to Markkanen. Murray has thrown 32 to Jokic. Draymond has thrown 31 to Steph. Nestled in there at number 3 and number 6. Smart to Tatum, 33 assists. Smart to Brown, 31 assists. Like, he's the only player in the top 6 with multiple like names in there, like his name multiple times in that. And the next most assist combination, I'm butchering that phrasing, on the Celtics is 12. Right? Like 12 assists is the next most out of any combination. Smart has 30 with each of the Jays. Like the rhythm and the connection he has found with the leaders of the Celtics is unmatched. And it's not something that a lot of players in the league have done. And he deserves a ton of credit for that as well. Tatum on the cut, Jaylen Brown with off-ball movement. Like the offense is running through Smart. And the best way to make sure that he doesn't shoot and jack up these shots like a lot of people hate for him is to put the ball in his hands. And that's what the Celtics have done over the past year. And it has been just an incredible run for Smart. And he deserves all the credit. By the way, yeah, go ahead. No,
not
that's
for
off
nothing.
topic.
All these people that want like a different point guard or a superstar point guard, besides the Warriors, what is the last championship team where the best player was the point guard? It like never happens.
Good question. It's a great question.
Never happens. That's just not how it works.
It's really just Steph.
Probably
right?
have to go back to Isaiah Thomas with the Pistons.
Yeah.
Unless I'm truly missing something.
Unless I mean, you count Chauncey Billups with the Pistons. Maybe.
Oh yeah, maybe Chauncey Billups.
But that was more of a well-rounded one. So I mean, it is what
seriously, like it just doesn't happen. It's always like a solid guy that is a good distributor or plays defense. Like he is like the perfect point guard for a championship team.
I mean, you look at
now that you have mega stars next to him, Tatum and Brown, you have Rob, who's super athletic and the human safety valve on offense, and Al Horford, who's always solid. I mean, he fits perfectly. What are all these? I don't get why they're complaining. They just complain to complain. They're so used to hating the guy that they don't know how to act different.
No, 100%. And I think when Malcolm Brogdon got traded to the team, a lot of people were like, "Oh, he'll be the starting point guard," and I think his presence has opened up Marcus Smart's ability to be a playmaker instead, because Brogdon is more of the scorer on offense. He obviously can play make too, and he's great with the ball in his hands. But Smart doesn't have to worry about being that scoring guard because Malcolm Brogdon is the more aggressive player, while Marcus Smart can just focus on playmaking, and he's been amazing at that this season. Our friend KJ, I think 2 years ago, I remember him saying, all these championship teams usually have a guard averaging 7+ assists. Marcus is doing that this season, right? Like that's how good and how big of a jump he's taken as a passer this year. So he deserves that credit. Also, while we're on the topic, since we talked about a certain team earlier, you know who leads the league in assists this season?
Halliburton does.
Yep, 10.3. Kings fans,
crazy.
Keep their heart out.
I looked just now. Indiana's 500.
They're good.
They're 500.
They're pretty good. Halliburton's ridiculous.
Before the season, I might have them last.
I think I did too.
Yeah,
I think I did too. I mean,
Tic-tac-toe.